Welcome to Junior Cycle Science. This subject will take you through 4 strands of Earth and space, biology, physics and chemistry. These are the 4 strands we tie together to complete 42 learning outcomes over 3 years for Junior Cycle Science. The first is Earth and space. Here we look at lots of different things such as the Earth, how it was formed, moons, comets, asteroids, meteors, other planets in our solar systems, what solar systems are, galaxies, the ones closest to us and the ones furthest away. We look at different cycles that happen on the Earth and why, and how day-night happens, seasons happen, all of those different phenomena that happen on the Earth. We'll look into them and see how they occur and what do they mean for the planet that we live on. We will go into the wider universe, look at how it happened with the Big Bang, and look at all the different things that resulted as because of it. Next, we'll look at biology. We will do lots of different things here. We'll look at animals, we'll look at plants, we look at the interactions between them. So we do ecology, we look at field studies, we go out to the grounds in the school and see what species we have present, we'll be able to identify them and be looking at how are they adapted to suit to their environment. We look at our cells, we look at plant cells, we look at genetics about how we're made. How do we get certain characteristics and traits? We look at how we've evolved as people, as a species, and our common ancestors, and how we interact with our ecosystem as well. We look at human health, so food and nutrition. We'll look at our digestive system, and we'll look at our circulatory system as well, and how have all those evolved to make us the people that we are. We like to do more practical activities where we can in science. And there's lots of activities / experiments that we'll be able to do to see how these things work together. Physics is another one where we have lots of activities in it. Well, we can build rockets, we can look at laws of physics and be able to demonstrate them in the classroom and to see how they occur on Earth and maybe how they occur on other planets as well. And that links in with the Earth and space. So we don't do these 4 pillars all separately. We do try to interlink them where possible. So we get concepts such as time, length, temperature, lots of different experiments there and activities to do. We also be able to build circuits. We're also able to look at energy and how it is transformed and changed. So with physics, we have we don't call them experiments all the time because it's not always an experiment, but we do activities to be able to prove how these work. In chemistry then, we look at how things work on a molecular level. So we see how elements interact. You can see here in the video how potassium interacts with water, but also we look at acids and bases, which is in the top picture there. And so how these clear liquids might look like water, they mightn't have a smell just like water doesn't, but if you put a certain chemical into them, they will change color, and that actually tells us if they're acidic or they're basic. And we'll look into all of these things and how they work as well. We look at matter, how we have solids, liquids, gases, how they all combine together to be able to form the different parts of the Earth that we have. We look at the atoms, which are the smallest part of our world around us, and we'll be able to devise how each atom looks, and we'll be able to draw them as well. We do a lot of experimentation, a lot of formal experimentation in chemistry, writing up our experiments, how chemistry and how chemists work, and it's a very methodical and structured way to be able to look at the world. We look at the resources that we have on the planet, and we look at how we use them and how possibly we overuse them. And we link that back into our biology of how humans interact with the world around us, how we can link it into physics, how these work at a molecular level as well. For assessment, we have 2 classroom-based assessments, or called CBAs. We will do them in 2nd year and 1 in 3rd year. At the end of 3rd year then, we'll have another task, and that will be based on CBA 2. And then at the end of the 3 years, you will have an assessment and exam in June. All of those together, the CBAs, the assessment task and the exam, combine to give you your score in science at the end of the 3 years.